Absence of the British Empire, a deep dive into an alternate history. In our known history, the British Empire played a significant role as a global superpower. But imagine a world where this empire never rose to dominance. In this alternate universe, after the Roman Empire's withdrawal from the British Isles in 410 AD, the region devolved into a complex tapestry of independent kingdoms. Despite numerous attempts, none of these fiefdoms managed to unite the area into a singular dominant power. This lack of unification and subsequent absence of the British Empire sent shockwaves across the geopolitical landscape, leading to an entirely different world history. The power vacuum and the rise of new powers. The void left by the absence of the British Empire was quickly filled by other ambitious nations, each leaving a unique imprint on world history. In the East, the Ming Dynasty in China seized this opportunity to broaden its maritime expeditions. Chinese Admiral Zheng He, supported by a robust and unchallenged Ming Dynasty, led more frequent and extensive voyages of exploration and trade, leading to the rise of the Ming Maritime Empire. This maritime empire, fueled by a complex network of trade and exploration, amassed unprecedented wealth and knowledge. Consequently, China became the dominant power in Asia, its influence extending far beyond its traditional sphere, reaching as far as Africa and the Middle East. The Chinese language, culture, and inventions like paper and gunpowder spread, leaving a lasting impact on global civilization. In Europe, without a unified British Empire, the power dynamics drastically shifted. France, unencumbered by British opposition, spread its influence through colonization. The New World, ripe for exploration and exploitation, primarily fell under French control. This led to a North America heavily influenced by French culture and language. The Holy Roman Empire, without the British as a geopolitical counterweight, expanded its reach into Eastern Europe and the Mediterranean, solidifying its position as a dominant force in continental Europe. Simultaneously, in the Indian subcontinent, the absence of Britain as a colonial power led to a different trajectory. The Mughal Empire, undisturbed by outside interference, continued to thrive. It fostered a rich blend of cultures and became a beacon of arts, architecture, and knowledge, which significantly influenced the region's modern cultural identity. The shift in alliances. The geopolitical shift significantly altered the alliances made during this period. The Ming Maritime Empire and the French Empire, united by their maritime prowess and shared trading interests, formed a groundbreaking alliance. This partnership protected their trade routes and countered the growing influence of the Ottoman Empire. The Ming-French alliance led to the exchange of ideas and cultures, with French wines finding their way to China and Chinese silk becoming the rage in French courts. On the other hand, the Holy Roman Empire and the Ottoman Empire, driven by their land-based expansion strategies, forged a tenuous alliance. This marked a significant departure from our historical timeline, where these empires were often at odds. This alliance led to a unique blend of Christian and Islamic influences across Central Europe and the Middle East. Key events of the alternate timeline. First, the Ming-French Alliance, 1521. This alliance shaped the world's trading networks and global power dynamics. It facilitated the exchange of Eastern and Western ideas and cultures on an unprecedented scale, contributing to a unique blend of global culture. The alliance also led to joint naval expeditions, with the combined Ming-French fleets exploring and mapping vast stretches of the world. Second, the fall of the Aztec and Inca empires, 1533. With a stronger and more organized French presence in the Americas, the Aztec and Inca empires fell earlier than they did in our timeline. French rule over these territories led to a different cultural and demographic makeup of the Americas. The French policy of integration rather than eradication led to a blending of indigenous cultures with the French, resulting in a unique cultural synthesis. Third, the Great Siege of Vienna, 1550. The Ottoman Empire's advance into Europe was stopped at Vienna in 1683 in our timeline. However, in this alternate timeline, with the support of the Holy Roman Empire, the Ottomans successfully besieged Vienna much earlier in 1550. This victory drastically altered the religious and cultural landscape of Central Europe. Fourth, the flourishing of the Mughal Empire, 1600s. Without British interference, the Mughal Empire reached its golden age, leading to major advancements in arts, science, and architecture. This flourishing influenced the surrounding regions, contributing to a more culturally rich Indian subcontinent. The Mughal influence, in fact, extended even further, with Mughal ambassadors at the Ming and French courts. The reshaping of the world and modern-day impacts. The absence of the British Empire and the rise of other powers dramatically reshaped the course of history, and these changes are still visible in the modern world. In North America, the spread of French language and culture led to a francophone continent with different societal norms and a distinct cultural identity. Modern-day America in this timeline is a French-speaking nation with a stronger emphasis on arts, philosophy, and cuisine, reflective of traditional French culture. The political landscape is different as well, with a system that leans more towards French civil law than English common law. In Europe, the Ottoman Empire's expansion into Central Europe created a more diverse religious landscape, with Islam playing a more significant role than in our timeline. Modern-day Central Europe is a blend of Christian and Islamic influences, resulting in a region rich in shared traditions and cooperative multicultural societies. The architecture, too, reflects this blend, with mosques and churches standing side by side in cities like Vienna and Budapest. In Asia, the sustained power of the Ming Maritime Empire resulted in a more globalized East Asia, with Chinese cultural and scientific advancements reaching further corners of the world. Modern China is the leading superpower, economically and politically, its influence underscored by its vast global trade network. The Chinese language is more commonly spoken worldwide, with Chinese characters seen in public spaces from Cairo to Quebec. The Indian subcontinent, under the prolonged rule of the Mughal Empire, has become a cultural powerhouse. Modern-day India and its surrounding countries are leaders in arts and architecture, with a rich tapestry of cultures coexisting harmoniously. The Taj Mahal is not a solitary marvel, but one of many architectural wonders that dot the landscape. The tradition of religious tolerance and cultural synthesis established by the Mughal Empire has led to a region characterized by communal harmony and shared cultural festivals. Conclusion. In this expanded alternate history, the absence of the British Empire led to a drastically different world. The rise of new powers, shifting alliances, and key historical events reshaped the world's geopolitical landscape, culture, and history. This narrative serves as a thought-provoking exploration of how the rise and fall of empires can dramatically change the course of history and impact the modern world. This reality reminds us of the interconnectedness of historical events and the profound impact they have on our present and future.